In January 2021, a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle graded PSA 9 sold at auction for $5.2 million, which at the time was the most expensive sports card ever purchased, though that has gone on to be passed by two other cards. However, though this card is the most iconic of all Mickey Mantle cards, it's not actually his rookie card. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Mickey Mantle rookie card and consider why the 1952 Topps is at the top of the Mickey Mantle card value mountain instead of his rookie card. When I do these kind of sports card history videos, I always like to have a little biography of the player or players we are focusing on, since for me, one of the main reasons I like digging into some of these vintage cards is to have a deeper connection and understanding with history. So let's start off by looking briefly at who Mickey Mantle was. Mickey was born in 1931 in Oklahoma and was named after Mickey Cochran, not Mickey Mouse, in case you were wondering, because Mickey Mouse did debut just 3 years before Mickey Mantle's birth, so I kind of wondered. Mickey Cochran was a Hall of Fame catcher who is still considered one of the best catchers in baseball history and was active at the time of Mickey Mantle's birth. As a teenager, Mickey Mantle was an athlete and played baseball, basketball, and football. In fact, he was so good in football that he was offered a scholarship to play halfback for the University of Oklahoma's football team. But due to a nearly life-threatening situation, his path moved away from football. During his sophomore year, he got an injury that almost resulted in him losing his leg. If it hadn't been for a newly invented medicine known as penicillin, Mantle would have had to have his leg amputated in order to survive. Pretty intense. But Mickey's first love was baseball, and he was really good at it as well, so he pursued this path more intensively. He began his professional baseball career in the minor leagues in 1949 at the tender age of 17, immediately after graduating from high school. During his first season in the minor leagues, Mantle did quite well, though during one long slump, his father had to really work hard to convince him to not give up and quit baseball altogether. But Mantle got through the slump and ended up batting .313 that season. In 1950, Mantle was promoted from the Class D Independence Yankees to the Class C Joplin Miners, where he won the batting title with a .383 batting average to go along with his 26 home runs and 136 RBIs. His one struggle, however, was on defense. He had been playing shortstop in both of his minor league seasons, and he just wasn't that good at it. Prior to the 1951 season, 19-year-old Mickey Mantle was invited to attend the New York Yankees preseason spring training camp. The Yankees manager, Casey Stengel, was very impressed with what he saw and decided to call him up to the majors, though he was moved to right field so that his defensive liabilities would be lessened. A hype train followed Mantle into the majors. He was given the uniform number 6 because Babe Ruth had been number 3, Lou Gehrig number 4, Joe DiMaggio number 5, and now Mantle, who was supposed to be the next in line of New York Yankee greats. As we know now, he would definitely go on to meet those expectations. However, his rookie season in the majors was not all sunshine and roses. After not doing so well, he was sent down to the minors once again, this time to the Yankees' top farm team, the Kansas City Blues. After an initial continuing slump, Mantle broke through and ended up hitting .361 during his time in Kansas City. After 40 games there, he was called back up to the Yankees to finish off the rest of the 1951 season in the majors. In the majors, he hit .267 with 13 home runs and 65 RBIs during the 96 games of his 1951 rookie season. Unfortunately, during the World Series game of his rookie year, Mantle sustained a terrible knee injury that would affect him throughout his 18 years in the majors. He played the rest of his career with a torn ACL. In 1952, Mantle was much more prepared to become the star player he had the potential to be. 1951 may have been his rookie year, but the 1952 year was really his emergence as a star. The Yankees star center fielder, Joe DiMaggio, had retired from baseball after the 1951 season, and starting in 1952, Mantle was moved into the center field position. During the 1952 season, Mantle was selected to the All-Star team, and he helped lead his Yankees to a World Series victory. During that World Series, he hit .400 with a .600 slugging percentage. During his career with the Yankees, he accomplished many feats, including being the all-time World Series holder for home runs, runs scored, and RBIs. During what many would say was his best season in 1956, Mantle bat .353 with 52 home runs and 130 RBIs, winning the Triple Crown and the first of 3 MVP awards. During his career, he was an All-Star every year but his rookie season. He was the batting champion once, the home run champion 4 times, and even managed to get the Golden Glove Award 1 year. He retired from the major leagues in 1968 and was admitted into the Hall of Fame in 1974. Today, of all Mickey Mantle's baseball cards, the 1952 Topps is definitely his most iconic. And as we know from the story here, 1952 was really his coming out year into the realm of stardom. But his rookie year, in which he played 96 games with the Yankees, was 1951. And and he does have a rookie card from 1951. In 1951, Topps didn't have the MLB license to produce cards. That was held by Bowman. The 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle card is Mantle's true rookie. From analyzing the pop counts of PSA and other grading companies, we now know that the print runs of his 1951 Bowman are relatively similar to those of his 1952 Topps, so it's not scarcity that makes the 1952 Topps cards so much more valuable. The most the 1951 Bowman has ever sold for, as far as I can tell, a measly $750,000 in a PSA 9 back in April of 2018. There is one single PSA Group 10 graded 1951 Bowman Mantle rookie out there though, and if that one ever did go up for sale, especially since the market has gone up a lot for high-end cards since 2018, I'm sure its sale would dwarf that $750,000. But still, it's currently nowhere near that in 1952 Topps. There's several additional reasons for this. For one, the narrative for many years was that the 1952 Topps card was significantly more rare than the 1951 Bowman. In more recent years, however, with the data collecting of grading companies, that narrative has been proven largely untrue, but nonetheless, it was a narrative that put the 1952 card on a more valuable trajectory through several decades. In addition, 1952 was Topps' first major post-war issue, and as we can see from other first issue sets throughout the years from top brands, first sets often spark more value than subsequent sets do, even more so if there are iconic names in the set. Also, to many people, the eye appeal of the 1952 Topps card just simply outshines that of the 1951 Bowman. But despite these reasons, which are all compelling in their own right, I would suggest, as have others, that Mantle's 1951 Bowman card is actually undervalued in comparison. I mean, not that it's undervalued in comparison to anything outside of sports cards, because objectively it's pretty crazy that a little cardboard rectangle is worth multiple millions of dollars. But in comparison to the 1952 Topps card, it does seem somewhat undervalued. So if you have a spare mil under your couch cushions, you may want to consider finding yourself a well-graded 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle card.